Guys, every Monday I get my holistic vegetables, a box, and there's everything in this salad. There's kohlrabi, there's red pepper, there's onions, there's spinach, there's rocket, I did say kohlrabi, there's fennel for detoxifying, there's tomatoes, there's vitamins, there's minerals, there's onions, and there's radishes. So Monday is holistic Monday. There's cabbage. It just lasts forever with me because it's just me in the house, so that everything lasts for like 2 weeks. And there's avocado, and everything is organic. I'm going to try and interview Abel and Cole about their salads, but in the meantime I'm going to take a I like Monday. I do like Monday. I do like Monday. Hi everyone. Why do we like Mondays? Well, we're going to do a gratitude list. And everyone can think of at least 3 things they're grateful for. Holistic Monday. A list of things to be grateful for. The language of letting go, which is the 26th of July today. Keeping the vibrations sky high. Tell me why I do like Monday. I do like Monday. What's in my salad? Oh yeah. Holistic Monday. Hi everyone. I do like Monday. I don't know about you, but I've been doing a lot of resting. I've been doing a lot of resting, a lot of meditation, a lot of letting go. Not so much dancing because I exhausted myself. Lying on the hammock with the cats. Well, the cat's lying on the ground, me on the hammock. And just relaxing. And I knew I had to come on today because I have to keep a little bit of structure. Tell me why I do like Monday. I do like Mondays. I do like Mondays. Oh yeah. Ooh. Start a birthday. Got a big birthday coming up. Wednesday starting at 12 a.m. and then Thursday the 29th. Oh yeah, I do like Monday. Woo! I do like. Here's a clue. I do like. I'm gonna put a clue on for you. Cause I love myself. Ooh yeah, yeah. I do like Monday. Let me give you a clue as to whose birthday is coming up on Wednesday night and Thursday. Whose birthday is coming up, Lauren? I shall show you. We're going to be We're going to be celebrating a very special soul, a light, someone who's very close, very kind, very loving, and also gives a lot to Moving On TV. Gives a lot to us, to me, to Vlad, to all of us. Has a very, very strong connection to God. Beautiful, beautiful soul. I'm very grateful to have in my life. And I can't find it. Must be on a different disc. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. So this is whose birthday is coming up, not Pastor Iron, but our lovely Emmanuel Tragos.
Yeah, it's a driller track for the man of God, Pastor Iron. Yeah, whoa, 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 yeah.
Let me start with an old one, yeah? This
P.I. when I
well-known pastor. Because of him I go faster. Preach it, give it, teach it, feed it the word, I've got to receive it. Spiritual father or dad, raising up the flock, that's facts. Still pull up with brother Cayman to the love of TV gap. Gave me the word of God to truth. Man ain't gonna live on bread alone, so blessed for all that food. Why? Cause it's the truth. And he fed me the word like dairy. So the man will legendary. With the devil getting Larry, but he's never gonna get scary. With my zonal secretary, Pastor David, Jamila and Mary. You're very scary to the enemy. Everybody look, that's my pastor, shining light just like the master. He said he'll no need for a plaster, rapture ready. It's your last chance. Ministry awards, climb the ladder, break the records, free or fracture. That's my pastor in dripping swagger, zonal sec of the highest stature. Shiring diaries, it's a new chapter. Fisher of men, he's ready for capture. Eternal life, he's a dispatcher, and so zone 8 is ready for rapture.
BJ8 or J1 wavy. I'm Pete Iron's baby. I'm a son in the house all day, be made me a man, I'm not one of the ladies. Running out devils on a daily. I do that cause he raised me. I'm a weapon of God, I'm the top of the crop. I'm his whip, you can call me Mercedes. Vroom, vroom, lightning quick. You can come to the zone. UK zone, we've been winning all day. Devil is come to the throne. Secretary made me scared the devil, he fears me winning. Daily, PA, raise me.
Pastor Iron will love you. You raise giants for the king. Yeah, couldn't put no one above you. And for you now we sing, now we sing. Pastor Iron will love you. You raise giants for the king. Yeah, couldn't put no one above you. And for you now we sing, now we sing.
Welcome to the zone. Spiritual giants roam, full to the brim with the Holy Ghost. It's an achiever's flex, look at the light in my chromosome. I'm Stevie G with a long shot, ain't no way I can walk alone. Aye, super conqueror, past the iron shining star. I'm his perfect one, best know I'm PA's son. But the heathens race, trust me I'm seated laughing hard. With a team of strikers in my bag, no go yard. Past the iron, different class. Past the iron, different class. Celebrating PA, field of the word is a child of the day. So you know the devil can't play, we moonwalking him like his name is MJ. Count on the blessings, that's daily. Built with the word, nothing can phase him, he ain't lazy. Bro, what out the rock, you'd think what crazy. Words like fire, I rise like Isaiah. He can never lose, God's grace takes him higher. And higher we go, when he ministers, it's another level. Saying can't win, going under control. And when PS speaks, Catalambano. No, hey, what you know about Catalambano though? Wait, let me land, I wanna tell you God's plan. Pastor Iron is the man, do you get it, understand? Believe it, when he speaks, receive it. When he says we can achieve it. Fueled by grace, this ain't even Stevens.
Pastor Iron will love you, you raise giants for the king. Yeah, couldn't put no one above you. And for you now we sing, now we sing. Pastor Iron will love you. You raise giants for the king. Yeah, couldn't put no one above you. And for you now we sing, now we sing.
Alright. Rikekiscos upanai, paretos kuskustai. Epre unas kunsta una frata tuskatai. Beretekis karata usk, aratadoski artbestostai. Let me give you the interpretation. Talk about money, talk about grace. Talk about souls, talk about peace. Pastor Iron owns this race. Only one position, that's first place. No track and trace. He's got this virus. It's eternal life, cuz. Oh yeah, you'll die trust. And come back righteous. I rap no way, what? What do we have to say? PA repent the light all day. Satan run out, the ends dismayed. Jesus showing his work this way. Seed man never rely on pay. Harvest never be far or stray. Lay in hand, change your life, upgrade. Real life that won't lead you astray. Won't lead you astray. Taught me the word, invested, it pays. Man can't be the same. Real life that won't lead you astray. Won't lead you astray. Taught me the word, invested, it pays. Man can't be the same, you can't be the same.
Live on the mic and the beat starts flowing. I'm feeling the hype, but where's this going? We celebrate your wisdom and grace. More than the man in white place. Christ in the flesh is you. Yes, the word is alive and true. You've changed my life and living. Now I'm shining and always winning. Professor of spiritual science, blurring spiritual physical lines. School of the prophet with science. Yes, you're producing spiritual giants. Rhapsody money, I'm mad. Rapping our calling and rapping our sword. Winning is a standard and the devil is a bastard.
It's always my joy to bring to your attention that
is important. That which is important, that's what is the major. It's all about Jesus.
Call it amazing grace, Pastor Iron Day. He sets the pace to explain this, man. I wish I could, but all I can say is that God is good, like boom. Oh, don't do it, but he did it, just admit it. No one like him, you can catch him by the spirit. You satisfy my heart. Nothing about you, you spilled your songs, top of the chart. Feel the love, it's Pastor Iron's heart.
Lil said it to me. PTN. Like that. It's Pastor Iron we're talking about. More than a man, like a myth. UK's own name never runs out of bars. Nah, we never run out of stars. He taught me life, alive and living. Pastor Iron, you're living a minute. You know he's never gonna give in, never gonna give up. Going for the winner, you man better listen. Legendary secretary.
PA with words, demons just swerve. Haven't you heard, the vision ain't blurred. You got us a dad and he's got a bag. Nothing but facts, we never lack. Got upbringing, in the zone, it's not just singing. Righteous life never sinning, thought we could fall, what were you thinking? Life, alive, living, you kids on A, we always stay winning. You kids on A, we always stay winning. Happy birthday, Pastor Iron.
BA 09 02.
Just thought I'll put that one on for you guys, as that's his birthday's coming up. Can't wait. Apart from mine, of course, but Manuel, right? So starting Wednesday night around 12 a.m. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's do the language of letting go. I've got the hiccups. I've just been having some soup. Today, July the 26th. The language of letting go. Owning our power. Owning our power. Owning our power today. Okay? It's about owning your power today. Owning our power. Right. Where are we? Don't you see? Don't you see? We do not have to be so victimized by life, by people, by situations, by work, by our friends, by our love relationships, by our family, by ourselves, our feelings, our thoughts, our circumstances. We are not victims. I love it. We do not have to be victims. That is the whole point. Yes, admitting and accepting powerlessness is important, step one. But that is the first step, an introduction to this business of recovery. Later comes owning our power, changing what we can. This is as important as admitting and accepting powerlessness, step one. And there is so much we can change. That's why I came on today, because I needed to come on here like once a week at least to give the structure of Moving On TV. Tell me why I do like Mondays. It's got to go on every single Monday. It's a structure. It's every Monday. It gives me commitment and responsibility to myself, to you, to whoever. We can own our power wherever we are, wherever we go, whoever we are with. We do not have to stand there with our hands tied, groveling helplessly, submitting to whatever comes along. There are things we can do. We could speak up, solve the problem, use the problem to motivate ourselves, to do something good for ourselves. We can make ourselves feel good. We can walk away. We can come back on our terms. We can stand up for ourselves. We can refuse to let others control and manipulate us. We can do what we need to do to take care of ourselves. That is the beauty, the reward. The crown of victory we are given in this process called recovery. It's what it is all about. If we can't do anything about the circumstance, we can change our attitude. So if you can't change the situation, change your perception of it, change your attitude. We can do the work within, courageously face our issues so we are not victimized. We have been given a miraculous key to life. We are victims no more unless we want to be. Freedom and joy are ours. For the taking, for the feeling, for the hard work we have done. Today, I will remind myself as often as necessary that I am not a victim, and I do not need to be victimized by whatever comes my way. I will work hard to remove myself as a victim, whether that means setting and enforcing a boundary, walking away, dealing with my feelings, or getting what I need. God, love, help me let go of my need to feel victimized. This is beautiful. So today you're owning your power. You're saying, okay, there are some things I can't change, but there is a lot of things I can change. A lot of things I can change. So what we're going to look at today, we're going to look at being grateful. And of course, I'm very, very grateful for the salad today. So what's in my salad today? I haven't opened the box yet. I didn't want to come on here because I'm taking a rest. I'm breathing. I'm meditating. I'm doing what I have to do to get myself to the level, to the vibration I want to be on. So I didn't have to come on, but I thought I will come on because I need that structure of moving on TV for you and for me to keep that vibration as high as possible on moving on TV. And so I won't be on again now, probably till Wednesday night when we do Emmanuel's birthday, because he's so incredible. He deserves the best birthday in the world, and he's getting it, because that's what I do. Okay. Right. I can't wait for Libra. Cara. We've got Cara and Libra. We've got Judy who's a Libra. We've got Martin who's a Libra. So we've got 3 great Librans coming up. Right, what have we got today? We've got a lot of green beans today. Loads of green beans. String beans. Green beans. We've got our greens as usual. Rockets. We've got our lettuce. We've got some onions. Some beautiful red onions. Lovely. We've got some lovely tomatoes. Lots of them. Lots of lovely little tomatoes. Sweet. We've got a massive pepper, a red pepper, gamba. We've got avocados, 2 avocados. I'm running out of space. And we've got courgettes. And we've got cucumber. So that's in my salad today. And am I grateful? Thank you for providing me with this beautiful, beautiful box of amazing vegetables. Thank you. What's the most fun? The most fun you can have making a salad? Eating it. I got some soup here. It's got marrow, rice, ginger, green beans, butter beans, turmeric, and sea salt. That's my soup. Right. So, let's do some gratitude. It's a gorgeous day today. I'm just grateful. Look at the sun. Okay, so let's do some gratitude. Gratitude. Okay, so whoever is watching, if anyone is watching or if anyone watches this later, gratitude. Sunshine. I'm going to do 5. I'm asking you to do 5 things. Right. Sun. The sunshine. Sunshine. In my case, the cat. Lisa Nelly. That's 2. 3. This beautiful, beautiful salad. Beautiful salad. 4. I'm breathing. And I'm healthy. 5. The amazing awakening. Everywhere, all across the world. It's so incredible. All across the world. That's 5. 6. 6. This is gratitude, okay? I had a lion today. Oh, it's so cool. What is that coming up? I had a lion. Oh, beautiful meditations. Beautiful. Beautiful 12-step meditations on YouTube. There's some beautiful, beautiful meditations on YouTube, and they're all free. 7. The hammock, of course. 8. Nature. 9. Trees. 10. My wonderful friends and family. 11. What else? Birthdays, because I love doing them. Birthdays that I love to celebrate here. I'm going to put on the little advert for you guys. If you got a birthday coming up, let me know. Okay? Who's this? Someone keeps messaging me. If you don't confirm, I will cancel it tomorrow, Tuesday. Why? Why do you want to friend me? and keeps pressuring me to friend them. And I don't even know who they are. Right. So that's why I like Mondays. Sunshine today. Peace and Ellie. The beautiful salad that comes to me on a Monday. Breathing, being healthy. The amazing awakening that's happening. The beautiful 12-step meditations on YouTube. The hammock, nature, trees, wonderful friends and family. Birthdays. I love to celebrate birthdays on Moving On TV. I absolutely love it. So we've got birthdays coming up. So let's put on, if this is your birthday, if you've got a birthday coming up, guys. Hi, Vlad. How are you, gorgeous? How are you? I've been resting. So I've edited your programs, but I haven't put them on YouTube yet because I've been resting. But guess whose birthday it is? It's Emmanuel's birthday. So you're coming on, yeah? Thursday to celebrate. I can't see you coming up on here. This is weird. It's not connecting. How are you? Did you have a good time yesterday? I've been resting a lot, sweetheart, because I was exhausted from the heat and the dancing. So I'm not going to do much today. I'm just going to take a breath. I'm meditating a lot and relaxing. I'm getting ready. But yeah, so from 12 o'clock Wednesday night. So this person is saying they've got room for one more friend, so they chose me. That's a compliment. I've got room for one more friend, so I'm going to add Lauren in, but they don't know me. I haven't got a clue who they are. Oh, I suppose I better. I'm a teacher of foreign languages in Italy. Please confirm my friend request. What's the pressure? I don't understand. What? What's the pressure? Anyway, I'm going to put on the birthday thing because if anyone's got a birthday coming up, and then I'm going to go. As I say, I was just going to do the gratitude and go easy on myself today and rest, talk to my sponsor. So, birthday celebration. Hey guys, welcome to Moving On TV. This is the quick announcement. My name is Lauren Hope Glory. I'm the CEO. And I want to know when your birthday is. I want to know when your birthday is so we can celebrate you with you, the new Ascension TV station, the TV station that is all about love, compassion, and celebrating you as a unique being. Please let us know when your birthday is, and we will celebrate with you. And you can choose from a program. So you can have a mind, body, spirit program. You can have comedy, you can have entertainment, you can have anything you want as it's your birthday. You can even come on to Moving On TV and celebrate with us. We love you so much. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And as I say, let me know what your birthday is on Moving On TV1 at gmail.com. And we will put it out there to everyone, if you want us to, we will celebrate you as a unique, amazing, fabulous human being, starseed, light worker, or human. We love you. Take care. Can't wait to hear from you. Contact me 07437 532 Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to whoever you are. Happy birthday to you. Namaste. Love you. Thank you. Welcome to Moving On TV. What I'm going to do is, I'm probably, if I've got the energy, I'll create a compilation of all the little bits from Emmanuel, so to speak, so we can get that on for his birthday. If not, then I'll just keep putting stuff on with him and I'll rest and I'll bring all of you on. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm going to leave you with some holistic. Let's leave you with Vlad's holistic show quite a while ago. Or let's just leave you as Vlad's holistic show was all about who? I bought a whole bunch of shungite rocks. Do you know what shungite is? No, not yes. Yes, I do. I do. I thought I bought a whole bunch of stuff, put them around the casa, little pyramids. Someone called Aiden. Aiden? That's nice. Yeah, shungite is very good to get rid of 5G, you know, that energy that I'm not supposed to say. Yeah, shungite is wonderful. I have shungite. I think this is shungite, and oh, excuse me, I have shungite. I think this is shungite, and I also have a pyramid, a shungite pyramid. That's awesome. Thank you for coming on. Batsy 0017, that is amazing. Yeah. You can help yourself with EMF, Wi-Fi. I've done it. If you're a sensitive, yeah, it's wonderful. Really does work. Not only does it work, but also use aconite homeopathy, which is for shock. Homeopathy, aconite, okay, that helps shock. So I found this out when we moved somewhere and we didn't have any Wi-Fi, and they put the Wi-Fi on, and that was it. I was sick, so I had to get I got shungite, I got aconite. Luckily I had some aconite in the house. Aconite, shungite. Obviously you turn off the Wi-Fi, you know, and you go outside and breathe fresh air. But shungite and aconite is brilliant. And if you don't have any aconite, then basically do something very simple. Water with lemon, sugar, and salt, a tiny bit. Obviously, if you're not diabetic. Okay, and then sip that through the day. That's for shock. And Wi-Fi can shock people, some people. Empaths, okay? What about with tequila? That's up to you, sweetheart. It depends how much tequila you have, yeah? That is not an addiction. If you want to have a bit of tequila, then enjoy it. What about tequila? A little bit of what you fancy does you good, so to speak. But if you're an alcoholic, then tequila won't work, will it? And we are doing the 12 steps on here, if you know what I mean. So I'm not an expert on things like that. So you need to go and find someone who is. But it's up to you. It's your life. I don't like tequila. I don't drink. I don't drink. When I was in my 20s, I think I used to have sweet martinis and Baileys and baby shams because I worked in a pub. But drink doesn't do anything for me. I have other addictions, more subtle ones, which I'm working on. So it's beautiful to be here and have people watching. Thank you guys for watching. I'm very grateful. Please subscribe to Moving On TV on YouTube. It's Moving On TV Community. Community on YouTube. And the truth, as we are also the truth, we are the love, the truth, the hope, and the glory. The truth. Oh, why can't I spell today? Truth. I cannot spell today. Why can't I spell? Is on BitChute. Okay? BitChute. Moving On TV. Was it enjoyable? Oh, I'm grateful. What? Just this little segment? Great. Okay, well, let's put something on for you. A lovely healer called Linda. Oh, God, I can't remember her name now. Milner, I think her name was. Let's get the holistic show on. See who I've got. If you know anyone who's got MS, then I've got a beautiful program for you with a guy called Matt Embry. Matt Embry. And he talks about his recovery. So if you know anyone who's got multiple sclerosis, this is a very, very good program. Here we go. Let's watch this. If you know anyone who has MS, this is amazing. So please watch and pass on. Thank you. I'm sharing my experience. Strength and hope. There you go. Okay, so here's a beautiful interview from Matt Embry about supporting people with MS. Enjoy. To the Holistic Show. Today we're going to interview Matt Embry, who recovered from multiple sclerosis. Well, actually, he was diagnosed when he was 19 years old, and thanks to his family and support system, he was able to not go down the route that a lot of people go down. Instead, he created his own system with diet and lifestyle, and was able to stay well. And now 20 years later, he is still well, thank God. He runs MS Hope. So I'm very happy today to be interviewing Matt Embry.
All right.
Okay, so hi Matt.
Hello.
It's good to have you here. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for doing this.
That's fantastic. It's really great to see you looking so well. How's the weather where you are?
Well, here in Calgary, we just had almost 40 centimeters of snow last week, and it looks like we're having another 20 possibly coming today.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're going through very strange weather in the UK. We don't know where we are, but it's a bit warm today. Okay. So it's wonderful to have you here on the Holistic Show. And I watched your film Living Proof the other day. and I just was so blown away by it. I mean, everything I try to do on the Holistic Show is to pass on information to the general public to help in every way possible. And when I saw you, I thought, well, I've got to interview you. And you got back to me straight away, and that is incredible as well. So it was meant to be. So anyway, you were diagnosed about 20 odd years ago with MS, multiple sclerosis.
Right.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about this? How did it affect you? Because you were you an athlete? You were very sport-minded.
Yep. Yeah.
It must have completely thrown you in a big way. So just tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I mean, I still am very athletic. And what had happened is I was mountain biking, and I'd come home, and all of a sudden I was actually kicking a basketball around, and suddenly I had a hard time feeling the ball. And the ball, it was almost like there was a combination of almost numbness and hypersensitivity. It started in my foot, and within about 20 minutes-ish, had gone all the way up to my chest. At that point, you know, I think I had told my parents I thought I'd had a stroke because of how I felt. Within a couple days, I started to experience some pretty severe leg spasticity while I was sitting at times, and then we went into the doctor after that, and then only to find out that it was actually other neurological symptoms like eye coordination and some reflex issues that I was experiencing that I wasn't noticing, and then a subsequent MRI, and then a diagnosis.
Right, that must have been a terrible, terrible thing for someone so young. And so when we see this in the film, it's so touching, the whole process. But you were very lucky that your father basically helped you, and he somehow did a lot of research around it, because he was determined that you weren't going to deteriorate and end up in a wheelchair and paralyzed. So how did you start on your journey? Because your journey is such an incredible one. Why would someone actually decide to defy all the conventional ideas of medication and get there and do something completely different? Why do you think that happened?
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. I mean, if you go back, this is all the way back in 1995, right? And this is just when the MS drugs were just kind of coming into treatment. So they were all relatively new. I believe even the beta interferon back then was still in trials. Don't hold me to that, but I think that was the case. So there wasn't a lot of options. And so I think that because of that, there weren't a lot of drugs that were being offered, and there weren't also a lot of solutions. And that's just the mentality of my father and my family, is to get out there and, okay, if something's wrong, something's broken, we can try to fix this. And so that's where, I'm so blessed that my dad's, scientific mind, he just took that and just applied it to this disease. And, he just kind of plunged into the medical library and went to work. And, it was amazing how quickly he came up with a diet solution.
So the first thing that you looked at was diet, which was to cut out gluten, dairy, and sugar. Those are usually the main ones, aren't they? That affect.
And high fat. Yeah. And
high fat as well.
High saturated fat, to be clear.
Right, okay. So you mean that you use coconut fat, coconut oil and stuff like that, rather than animal fats?
Olive oil and, fish oils and things like that are still okay.
And how was that for you? I mean, as a young man, who probably liked to have a beer and, enjoy, I don't know, some not so healthy foods. How did you find the diet? How did you find that to start off with? Did you struggle with that?
I mean, you know what, to be, again, I have a little bit of a scientific mind thanks to my dad. I was passed down. So, when I got into it, and I can't recall exactly, but reading what my dad had given me, and I went to other doctors and read what they gave me, and actually going to a seminar. I remember at one point, I just kind of got it. And the science made sense to me. The approach made sense. The how it just all made sense. So my brain was able to jump into to be very disciplined to understand that these foods were very likely causing me significant problems, and so why would I eat them?
That's really, really good.
And I think when I meet people over the years, I mean, it's been over 20 years, it's the people who kind of get it, who really do their own research, and who really start taking accountability to get that knowledge and information into their own minds. Those are the people who don't go back and become very strict, and that new awareness doesn't be as much of an issue as for the people who maybe don't take that time to really become self-accountable to their own health.
Okay, so then you took a really big step. You started looking into procedures that other people were having. You went to visit your friend who's a musician, who has and he told you about this procedure where there seems to be a common denominator with people with MS, where it's something to do with their veins are more constricted. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so I mean, I think this goes back to about 2009, 2010, where there was, there was research coming out of from Dr. Zamboni, which was indicating that blockages in the jugular veins was causing restricted blood flow from the brain from the head into the body, which is a term we now know as CCSVI.
CCSVI, right? Do you want to explain what that is a little bit?
Yeah, in basic terms, it's blockages, it's impaired blood flow from the brain. So it's this impaired blood flow and circulation coming from the brain. So when we have blockages in our veins all through our body, why wouldn't we have blockages in our neck? And so there was a high percentage of people who were diagnosed with multiple sclerosis who also had these blockages in their veins.
Right.
And in the film, we go to Stanford in the US and we talk to Dr. Michael Dake, who is one of the top cardiologists, radiologist, I can't remember the exact term of what he is, but he had 59 MS patients and 57 of them had significant narrowing in the jugular veins.
Wow, that's a huge percentage, isn't it?
A huge percentage, and what happened is, people once these were opened up through either a venoplasty or a stent, there was remarkable results.
Yes. So you went through this procedure.
Yep. Yeah. And and the thing.
What was the procedure? They said it's quite an easy procedure. So what do they actually do?
Well, for me, they put the venoplasty. It goes in through your groin, and it goes up. They snake up however they do it, and then they have a balloon which opens up the jugular veins.
Okay.
Now obviously there's a great amount of research to show that the procedure is not necessarily effective for a huge percentage of people. Those veins close up again.
Right.
And I think that where the problem in the world right now is that just because the procedure is not working doesn't mean we still don't have a problem.
Of course.
So I mean, and this is where it's kind of been left, in my opinion, where people are like, well, it's not effective, the treatment. Okay, that may be true, but the fact that we still have blocked veins remains. So what are we going to do about it?
Okay. But this was a huge thing that you went through, and then you went and started doing some more research. You looked into stem cell therapy, which again, watching Living Proof, I'd recommend that everybody obviously goes and watches it. I mean, Amazon Prime, it's absolutely incredible film, very touching and very, very wise. And it does give out a huge amount of incredible information to people that nobody knows about it. I mean, I know a lot about holistic therapies, but I never heard of that procedure. And I was even not educated enough to understand what happens with stem cells. You explained that actually the doctor explained that the stem cells are taken from your own stomach and injected into your brain.
That is one procedure.
You are your own factory, as he put it.
Yes.
In an incredible way. So did you have that as well? Did you have stem cell therapy as well?
No, I haven't, and I pretty much publicly told people that, and we've investigated I think 2 different types of stem cell treatments, right? There's one in the film, but there's also another one that involves chemotherapy and wiping out your immune system and a reset. And both of these are fairly, I don't want to say extreme, but they're fairly intensive treatments. And I think that what I say to people is, okay, we've got all these strategies on mshope.com and the ones we talk about in the film, which are diet, exercise, high dose vitamin D. These are strategies that are, very low risk to your health. No side effects that we know of outside of maybe getting healthier. And if those strategies stopped working for me, I would definitely consider a stem cell transplant.
Okay. But you see, the miracle is that you're here. You're here nearly 22 years later. You're
23.
well. You really are well. I mean, why do you think that is? Why do you think you're doing so well?
Well, I mean, I think there's absolutely no question in my mind. It's the strict diet, exercise regime, and high dose vitamin D. I mean, we've got another website, which is direct-ms.org, where you'll find the science, the literature there to back up the strategies that we recommend. Again, I'm not a doctor or a researcher. So, I mean, I try my best to show people, like, this is what I've done. And here's how to do it. And here's the website. And if you want to try it, go for it. If it works for you, fantastic. Here's the science behind it. And then if you visit my Facebook and if you visit, especially, all the surrounding social media, we post other people's stories, and in the film too, right? To demonstrate that I'm not a one-off, that there are people like me all over the world who are doing this.
It's incredible. We'll talk about MS Hope in a minute, after the break, because I'm going to take a little break because I have to put an advert on because we're kind of a TV station. So carrying on from what you're saying, because, you talked about vitamin D. I did a whole program about how important vitamin D and vitamin K are to, to take them together. We've got a program on here where someone explained that. People don't realize how important it is. And, when you come from a country where the sun doesn't shine that much, take your vitamin D. But your father actually said, and this really, really stood out, that he's more or less saying that it's impossible to develop MS if you take high dosages of vitamin D. You stand by that?
Again, I'm not a researcher or a doctor, so I don't really like to make these types of comments or claims. But I think my father, he definitely has a strong position that adequate amounts of vitamin D in childhood in particular and through our life will, hopefully hold back the disease in itself. So, I mean, it's creating awareness. It's making sure people's vitamin D levels are, adequate from the time they're born throughout their entire life. Okay.
Yeah, as I say, that a lot of us are told that now about vitamin D, that it's more or less a cure for everything, if you have enough of vitamin D in you. And as I say, because we don't have it enough here, we need to take it. But coming back to the film, Living Proof, how did that all start? When did you decide that it's time to make a film? How did you go about it? Did you direct it? Did you write it? How did, because you're the main actor in it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've been a filmmaker my entire career. I mean, that's what I do. I've had again, I've been blessed with a very successful career. I've been blessed to be have a successful film career and documentary in particular. And so I was able to, through my 30s, build a very successful production company in Canada. And so I'm lucky that I've got the resources, at my fingertips, really. We have full-time employees and editors, and I work on all sorts of films. And so this is what I do. When we created, the question was, how can we get this information to the public in the most effective way? And, with people, with film and documentary being so important in regards to how we can communicate ideas and the power of it to reach people all over the world, we made a decision as a company to at the beginning to take a risk and can we do this? And then, we have a story we want to tell. And then we went to work and a gifted group of filmmakers around us in regards to DOPs and editors and producers. And I'm a director by training, and so I started to direct it myself after we went through the demo, and then we just kept shooting, and then we wrote it. I mean, I wrote it in tandem with another writer. We put it together, and away we went. And then
Wow.
a huge thank you has to go out to the Toronto International Film Festival,
Wow.
who took a risk on the film when many networks, broadcasters, and other festivals wouldn't take it. I think because of the controversy and the TIFF 2017 took it, and now it's on Amazon Prime. Who another huge thank you has to go out to Amazon Prime, who's taken a risk not a risk, but who got behind the film to get it to the world.
Yeah, it's really lucky, as you say. Incredible film and very, very touching. And as we talked about before we started recording, we mentioned how you actually had the script was done, how we see you coming into the studio and you sit down and you say, you get interviewed and this is you, and this happened to you 20 years ago, and we're kind of looking at you thinking, hang on a second, he doesn't look old enough.
Right.
Very, very poignant. It's so poignant the way that was done. And we look at you and we see this incredibly healthy person that was diagnosed 20 years ago with MS. And people are like, wow, how does that happen? Because we don't, the general public, you say MS, all they can see is people that are deteriorating, people that are ending up in wheelchairs, people that are becoming paralyzed and getting sicker and sicker. And so it's such a revelation. I'm so grateful that you made that film, because it gives people hope.
Right.
And it's interesting that the synchronicity of us here, MS Hope. My name is Lauren Hope as well.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that hope, without hope, you haven't got anything, once you take people's hope away. But the whole way that you design the film, I also make films and I make music videos and stuff, and I write, is just so beautifully spiritual. And you got it. So, that point, you made people sit up and listen and think,
Right.
what is this? What's he got that other people haven't got?
Right.
We live in a world where it's very sad that people don't know that you can be well when you're diagnosed with a condition like this. We live in a world where we know that cancer is totally preventable and curable. So coming back to your MS, to the MS, was there anything that happened to you before? Like, was there a huge stress in your something that happened to you, a big stressful event? Or did you feel that there was lacking in your body, nutrition that was lacking? Because I believe that everything leads to something. As I say, I believe that cancer is totally preventable and curable with the mind, body, and the spirit, a natural way. So do you think that something might have happened to you, or that you were lacking even as a child, that could have led to you being diagnosed?
Yeah, I mean, these are really complicated questions, especially with multiple sclerosis, right? Because there is a number of variables that contribute to what we believe to be to this condition. Certainly diet was something that was not happening in my life. We definitely had a diet not atypical to that of the Western diet, high fat, high sugar, high dairy, high gluten. So the diet was for sure that way. I was only 19, so I think most people go through stress in their late teens, right? And I don't think there's anything like super particular outside of maybe some relationship issues.
Sorry, like extra exams or anything like that? Pressure?
No, I mean, relationship issues, but nothing too significant. I'd also, I guess maybe significant, but not. It's hard to correlate, right? And I think that also I suffered a major concussion and head trauma, neck trauma when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
Hard not to think that maybe there's something there that could have
There may
occurred.
be a connection there, yeah.
And these types of things. And I think that what we try to, I really appreciate your commentary on the structure of the film, because multiple sclerosis is the flashpoint of the movie, of the documentary. And what we tried to do is structure the film so that anyone who's diagnosed with any disease is going to be able to relate to the journey. So there's an onset, there's a diagnosis, there's a medical system that tells you you're unwell, right? So instead of telling you that you're perfect and that you're dealing with something that maybe the levers of your life need to be adjusted and a new balance needs to be found, you're told that you're unwell and you're left in many ways to your own devices. And I think that in that trauma and that kind of awakening for people, that's, we try to show that journey of going out there to find hope and all the roadblocks that people will encounter. And I think that it's no different. It's a MF, it's Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, cancer. It's a similar process.
Yes.
And that's what the film is trying to teach people, that, you need to be your own advocate and you need to go out there and search for answers and hope. And that, that's the journey. And the question is be very careful of how much money can be made off your illness. And we try to tell people, follow the money. And I think that hopefully the hope that, and the joy that the film is the strategy. We're giving this away for free. And, I'm not making any money on this mshope.com, and we're trying to, here are things that you can do. And yes, no question, the food and the supplements are going to cost money, but what do you have to lose?
Yeah. No, it's a real education for people. And to watch that film, as you said, it gives people so much hope, in the words. But it's showing people there is another way. And you are giving proof. The whole thing, the name, everything about it. Now, again, I believe totally what you're saying about the diets, because we hear this all over the place, because the body needs oxygen. I think, one of the reasons that a lot of people are actually benefiting from oxygen, and it helps the nervous system, it helps with pain levels. And they are offering here in the UK in the MS centres. I don't know if they do that in where you are in Canada, but we can actually pay. Well, it's a bit sad that you've got to pay something like $50 for an hour to breathe pure oxygen, because we don't have it anymore to breathe in our world. Everything is so polluted. But obviously, when you go onto a really healthy diet, you're giving your body a chance to breathe.
Right.
People don't seem to understand that. We're just like a plant, You keep rubbish into a plant, you're going to kill it. So it makes perfect sense. So just before we take a break, what is, say, your daily diet? So what would you eat, for example, over the day?
Well, it's fairly basic. I'll start my day with almost every day with a fruit smoothie, like a fruit shake or something like that. And then maybe a little bit of protein. And then it's normally a salad for lunch with a little bit of protein as well. And then again,
do you eat meat and fish? Are you not a vegan?
No, not a vegan at all. Yeah. Okay. And then in the evening, also very similar. I may add more rice as a grain, but not always. And then it's fairly consistent. But again, I don't feel like I'm being deprived of anything really.
Okay.
Let me freeze up here.
Do you have gluten-free food? Because I'm gluten-free, and quite honestly, I think gluten-free food is actually worse. At all. Some of it is just so bad. But if you want a bit of a little bit of a treat,
that's right.
Something sometimes, then it's better than nothing at all. Okay, we're going to have a little break, and when we come back, I want you to tell me about MS Hope. Is it a charity? Did you form a charity with it, or is it just an organization first?
Well, MS Hope, there's two parts here, because there's one where my parents have a charity, and that's Direct MS, and that's their charity. But MS Hope is more or less, it's a free resource of information. Okay. So we don't take any money. We don't have any salaries. People don't get paid. It's my volunteer time to do it. Luckily, my production company is able to create a lot of the assets for it. And people assume there's a big infrastructure behind it, but there's not. There's like me and two other people who help me on the online stuff, and then my parents who my dad helps me vet scripts and stuff like that.
Right.
But it reaches people all over the world. Like it's
incredible. So as I say, we're just going to take a quick break. So everybody go out and have a healthy smoothie, or if you do have milk, have coconut milk or oat milk. Oh, they do a fantastic oat milk with chocolate, but then that's got a bit of sugar in it, But occasionally it's good to have, if you can have a little bit if if you're not suffering too much. But anyway, we'll be back in a minute. Just going to put an ad on, and then we'll be back.
Great.
In a minute.
Shouted from the rooftops that there is a service on our beautiful NHS that I'm so proud of, and we're all very proud to have. It's free, guys. And you know what, when I ask someone, do you know what a therapeutic community is, they'll go blank. Nobody knows it even exists. So I'm here to tell you that if you know anyone, one of your colleagues or your friends or your family or yourself, and they've given you that label, borderline personality disorder, be as lucky as I was and ask your doctor. They told me, because I wouldn't take medication. Ask them, can I please try what Lauren tried? The
thoughts I have of you, you're always on my mind. Circling round my brain, it happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're no longer here. Wish we were together, not all alone. The thoughts I have of you, you're always on my mind. Circling round my brain, it happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Not all alone. The anger you display, I really cannot take. Want to break the barriers that you and I would make. There'll always be a part of you down.
Welcome to Moving On TV, the new TV channel for us, the positive, inspirational TV channel. My name is Lauren Hope. I am the founder and CEO of Moving On TV. No one is ordinary. We're all special, unique, wonderful human beings. We're all celebrities with our own talents and strengths and dreams. Come on board Moving On TV. The new positive channel, the channel that gives you hope. Come and work on our media. Cameramen, editors, anyone who wants to work with us, and of course sponsors, organic makeup and organic products that are helping the environment and the human race. Don't get depressed. Come on board Moving On TV. See you soon. Bye.
Through something huge. You went through an experience where a lot of people would have fallen by the wayside and wouldn't know what to do, but you were able to see it in another way. You and your family were able to look at it from a different point of view. You were able to find other answers, to do research and to go out there and help a lot of people. And so you were saying that your religion and God helps you a lot, and that, as I say, in a way, it feels like you were chosen for this journey. That a lot of people don't know what their journey is, but this is definitely your journey because you've got the guts to go out there So do you want to explain that a little bit? We talked about this, what you were saying about pick up your cross. Do you want to explain that to people?
Yeah, and to be clear, I don't like to describe myself as a religious person. I deeply follow Jesus Christ, but I don't see myself as religious. And I see myself, and what I've learned in that is that, Christ asks us to pick up our cross and to follow him. And so what does that mean? That means we have to pick up our suffering, embrace our suffering, and to follow him, which defines himself as the truth. So you stand up and you tell the truth. So, I mean, I believe that can be applied to most of our lives. And so what is our suffering? Okay, accept it. You can help yourself and help others by finding the truth in it and speaking it to other people. And that's, it took me a long time to figure that out. But once I did, it's been incredible to watch other people reach out. And like, once I've told my story and if you watch the film, there's a significant amount of suffering in the movie.
Yes. I'm going to watch it again and again.
Yeah.
It's so fabulous.
But when you watch that transcendence of suffering through truth, which is the truth we tell people is it's what you eat, it has an impact, right? And so the more truth that comes out of the film, the more you see people heal, and me included.
Yeah.
And then I think that awareness, again, I think there's probably some spiritual healing that's going on through that awareness and through that practice of doing that, whether that be me talking to you right now. I think that even that is good for our souls too, because I know that you've got a good heart, that you're going to put this out there and other people will be helped by this program. So
yeah, hopefully, that's the whole point. I try to give people the good news as much as possible, and as I say, this is a miracle. What's happened to you, I see as a miracle, and it's an incredible thing that's happened. And I think you and your family are incredible that you had the courage to go out there and do what you're doing. I mean, I got to a point in the film where you were being harassed, where you were being more or less threatened, sued, everything. How did you get past all that? Because they expected you to change the whole website and everything, trying to delay you from giving out all this information. So you managed to get past all of that, obviously, because you are out there now with MS Hope and going out there to tell people what they need to be told. So but it was like something was trying to hold you back, and there is an element of that in our world. There is that tries to hold back the good news. Again, I won't go into it. You probably know what I'm talking about. But in a difficult world at the moment.
Yes, I agree. And I think that is where I have such strong faith in truth. I believe it. The truth is is so much the point of my life. And so if you act and live in truth, you are going to face resistance. But in the end, I believe truth will rise to the surface. And so in those moments where, I may get some negative emails or, I know there's going to be some criticism, maybe publicly in the media and things like that, which have occurred. As long as each word that I say or write is true, I don't necessarily care.
Right. Of course, because you believe in it. It's like I go out to do my campaign to teach people that they don't need to use medication for this particular condition. I've healed teeth with colloidal silver. Inflammations, all sorts of things, gums with the power of the mind and also colloidal silver. I never ever take antibiotics, and I believe in it 100%. And I go out there and I try to educate people as well, because you believe it in your heart. When you know something, then you can go out and you can tell your story. But again, going back to the young 19-year-old, when you were diagnosed and all this fear and how did you get past all of that? Did you have a strong belief in God then? Have you always been religious?
Again, I don't like to call myself religious.
Spiritual?
Yes, no, I haven't. I haven't actually.
Right.
Yeah, no.
So what helped you? Was it your family?
Yes.
got you through, would you say? Because you must have gone through so much struggle. I mean, I can't imagine how it feels to be that age and to be diagnosed with something that is more or less saying to you, you show it really well in the film when you because you're seeing all these people around you that, you know, they're paralyzed and they're hurt, they're in wheelchairs, and you can see you break down. That must have been such a difficult time for you.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the process of the film was the process. I would think the process of the documentary was actually harder than being diagnosed in my late teens, early 20s. It was really a tough time in my life. And again, it's interesting from a journey perspective that it was the film itself that really led me to God. The process of actually making that film. Right. But then again, you know, back to our last conversation, it was, I really had to accept, my suffering as part of the point of my life through that process of the movie, of the film, of the documentary.
Right.
And I think it was huge. And what can I say? I mean, that's where it led.
Sorry, go on. We can see it in the film. I mean, you really put it across beautifully. And it's interesting, you didn't get a younger actor to play you.
No.
and, you know, this is what makes it so powerful. You know, it made it so powerful. You didn't need to do that. But the beauty, okay, let's talk about MS Hope now, because you've created a safe haven now for people with MS. You do talks and conventions, workshops, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Go out to the public and explain, but you invite people to come in. It's a support system. They're not on their own. And that's so important. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we had a time machine and we went back to, okay, what was the point of the website, mshope.com? The point for me was, okay, if we create a website with really easy how-to videos and easy downloadable PDFs, this can last on the internet for the next 200, 300 years. So this question of patients not being able to get access to this information, whether it be through the neurologist or various MS societies or charities around the world, we're eliminating that. We're saying, okay, no, now the internet has decentralized information. This is no different. Now, no matter what's going to happen, these people can have it. I really didn't know how big it would have gotten in regards to creating social communities and all this type of thing, which are the offshoots of it. But it has, you know, and we have literally hundreds of people a month are signing up to Facebook groups and all this type of thing that, you know, to be honest, I'm not that learned in, but I'm fascinated by it. And you start seeing people support each other and people are posting their own stories, and I'm doing that as well. But yeah, it's a group of people who are supporting each other, and, you know, it's really wonderful to see it grow.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. So from your heart to someone who is just being diagnosed with MS, what would you say?
I would say, look, I mean, multiple sclerosis is a terrifying disease. Let's not pretend it's not. The outcomes of it can be just horrific. And I think people need to be aware of that. I think that and that's where the film really starts, with that type of, you know, awful situation of where this thing can go, where this illness can go. Mm-hmm. Therefore, you got to take it seriously. It's people, when you're diagnosed, a message to you that what you're doing sorry, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah. So when you're diagnosed with a disease, whether it be MS or anything else, it is a wake up. It's saying what you're doing up until this point isn't working. You got to change. Mm-hmm. Accept that. And they go, okay, what can I change? Well, we've got a website called mshope.com, which is going to teach you how to change the way you eat. It's going to change the way you maybe exercise. It's going to change the supplements that go into your body. And hopefully, you know, it's not doing a very good job spiritually. I mean, maybe that's the next piece. That we have to add, but it's saying don't, and also saying there's something that can be done. And and don't worry. And I also, you know, I have plan A. I also have plan B. And here I am 23 years later, 42 years old, you know, still exercising and going to the gym and, you know, doing this type of thing. And I think I'll stay in the filming. This type of thing didn't exist when I was diagnosed. I mean, when I was diagnosed at 19, there was Judy Graham's book.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was it. There was Roger McDougall's story, but that was just like another, it was you know, so it's like for the 19-year-old, you know, man or woman or 16-year-old girl or boy who logs on to watch this, either Living Proof or to look at mshope.com. Yeah. That's hope, right? Like here's someone 23 years later. Well, if that guy can do it, why couldn't I?
I can do it as well. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. There's one scene there when you went to visit Judy and, you know, you broke down because she wasn't doing as well as you expected. Is that because, as we talked about in the Mind, Body, Spirit, we're all different. Everyone is unique. And it feels like you've really got it. You've got that whole concept, the whole spiritual side of it. But maybe sometimes people don't get it enough. And that's why maybe they can't recover the same way as you. Just a thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really speak too much to that, but I think that that scene is really important because it demonstrates how disciplined we have to be. And I think that's a word that in today's world, like, it's so hard to get that into people and to have that type of awakening.
Yeah.
I think we live in a world right now where people want to be told it's going to be easy. It's a quick fix, that, you know, it's not going to take work. It's going to be one little pill or something and you're going to be fine. It's going to be show up at one little spiritual event and you're going to be healed.
Of course, and also you've got people that have already been taking a lot of medication, so they're going to need to be detoxified. Their body would have to be detoxified first before things to take effect, because you were lucky. You went straight into it.
Right.
So, you know, most people who come to you, is that how people come to you, when they've already tried a lot of other things? Because people, I mean, I wouldn't take medication, but a lot of people that's how they are, and, you know, they're full of fear. The first thing they do is they'll go to the doctor and they'll follow the protocol.
Right.
So do you feel that those are the people that come to you, or are you getting people that are coming to you that are prepared to try you first?
Yeah, it's a wide range. It's a very wide range. Sometimes we get people who are, you know, 3 weeks after the 4 weeks, say a month after being diagnosed, and they find us and they, you know, they reject. There's someone on my Facebook right now, if you check it, who he was just diagnosed, I think, a month ago. I can't remember, but he went right to a diet approach, right? So it's a wide range. You know, I just think to where you're getting at, I just think that our thought is that no matter what stage you're at, you can wake up. Like, you can wake up. It could be at the beginning, it could be 10 years in, like, wake up. Like, and what is the truth? Like, is the drug you're taking working? Okay, start there. Like, are you getting better? I also try to tell people, I say, look, either you're getting better or you're getting worse. I don't know if there's a middle ground. You know, people talk about being stable. Well, I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, what are you doing today to get better? Are you exercising? Are you eating great? Like, are you actively trying to get better in what you do, or are you waiting to get worse? And I think that's where that awakening comes. So then what can you do? Okay, we'll start with your meal.
Tough love. People,
yeah, and I think
love, basically.
Yeah, right. And for people watching this, you can start right. Yeah, for people watching this, you can start right now, like right now. You can just go, okay, I'm doing something different. I'm not getting better. I'm going to do something different right now, and then go. Right.
It is. It's amazing, and your proof, as you say. What about just very quickly? Just a touch on the MS charities. Is any, I can see your body, is it still as hard as it was, or are you getting anything at all back from them? Any helping in any way? Are they promoting anything that you're saying or doing?
Yes, I mean the MS Society in Canada, we're definitely starting to see great movement. They've got links on their website now for diet concepts. They've done a workshop recently for people that was online.
Okay.
I think MS Australia, I was down in Australia training the film, and I believe the CEO, she was there, and they're working with Dr. Jelinek, I believe, in Australia, who's really diet focused. It's slow, and it's going to be incremental. The film demonstrates
something. It's good that you're
yeah,
doing something.
yeah.
I mean, the kind of world that we live in at the moment is between you and me. I when I go for my oxygen, I go with my married name because I don't want people to know that I know this stuff, because the world is the way it is. So
Right.
there's not much I can do at the moment with the centres here in the UK, but we will get this out as much as possible to people, on social
Right.
media and everything. Okay, so before we finish, how do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really easy to get a hold of.
Okay.
As you found out, right? As you found out. I mean, again, I try to really break down this concept of this ivory tower idea that we're not approachable. My email is literally on the website. I try to get back to almost I try. I mean, obviously I fail. There's probably people out there like, I know I can't. I try, or I forward it to my dad if it's a question I can't answer. So it's matt@mshope.com, or through my Facebook. I try to get back to people if they have a question.
M-A-T-T, Matt at mshope.com is your email.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the best way to get hold of you? Because I found you, I emailed you, you got back to me straight away. I was amazed at how quickly you got back to me. It was like within an hour, I think. I was thinking, wow, this has got to happen. We've got to do this interview.
Well, and that's what I would actually teach people. Like that's a technique that I've learned, and that's about being aware. And that's about, we also live in a world where it's like, well, I'll get back to all this email stuff later. No, do it now.
Yeah.
There's maybe a bigger reason something's come in to your inbox. And then the more aware we are, and again, this is a different show, but it's about it's about awareness. And I think that it's about helping people.
Very important. So there you go. So Matt at mshope.com, and then you're on Facebook. What's your Facebook?
I don't know. If you just find me, Matt Embry. Yeah.
Okay, the people can friend you. So you
I don't know if they can friend me. I think they have to. I have too many friends now. I think they have to like. They have to go like MS. There's an MS Hope Facebook, which is kind of a mirror to my personal one, but I think they're somehow connected.
Okay. Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody who's going to be watching this? Obviously, we want people to go on to watch Living Proof, which is Amazon. So if you have Amazon, please go and watch it. It's a fabulous film. It will touch you to the core. And if you know anyone who's suffering, you can pass it on. Is there anywhere else that people can watch it if they don't have Amazon?
Yes, they can go to a website called seelivingproof.com, and there's
C-S-E-E or
C-E-E, or sorry, S-E-E.
C, like the C.
seelivingproof.com, and you can get it on iTunes, Vimeo, Google Play. There's all these other ways you can download it.
Fantastic.
We try to make it's free on Amazon Prime.
That's fabulous. So as I say, if there anything else you would like me to pass on to the general public through this program that you would like to say now at all about anything to do with Living Proof or MS Hope?
Yeah, no, I just invite people to, again, go out there and seek truth. Seek truth. That's the most important thing I think we can try to do in this life. And Living Proof and mshope.com have a lot of it in it. And for people who are suffering, I think there's a lot of information that's going to help them.
Thank you very much, Matt. It's been an incredible interview. As you see, I'm getting darker and darker, getting later and later here. But we got a fabulous interview, and hopefully people are going to watch this, and then they're going to watch the film, and the support is going to grow, and people are going to wake up everywhere and understand that it's coming to us from all over the place. Diet. No gluten, no dairy, no sugar. These are the things that we need to cut down on. They also say that the things that are good for us is what we don't like bitter foods, like, you know, apricot kernels for preventing cancer. Bitter things that we don't like. People are so conditioned to sugar and to things.
Right.
So thank you so much. Please give my love to your wonderful family.
Thank you.
It was extraordinary to watch the support and the love that you have. And so thank you very much for the interview. And I'm going to sign off here now from Moving On TV. And have a beautiful day and stay well. And you want to see more and more people doing as well as you. So thanks
so much.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Guys, for watching that incredible moving interview with Matt Embry. Please go and watch Living Proof as soon as possible. You'll be amazed. And if you have a fantastic story to tell, we're here for you. We want your stories. Please contact me, Laurene, Lauren with an E, at movingontv.uk, or you can call me on 07437 532 798. Bringing the whole back into our lives. Take care now. Thank you. Bye.